Second day for the BRSCC Mazda MX5 Championship, and as you can see, the weather is changing here at Anglesey. The 2A cars are about to go out for their race. Hand you over to Richard to take you through the grid.
Thanks very much, Lloyd. Pole position to Josh Jackson from Mike Comber. Then it's Will Blackwell Chambers and Ollie Allwood, row 2. Brian Trott and John Langridge follow them from Roger Shano and Patrick Lay. Row 5, Charlie Burge, Jason Greatorex, Paul Tucker, Martin Tolley from Stephen Foden and Ben Hansey. Teddy Clark and Sam Gendy, row 8. Richard Collins and Stuart Brittle, row 9 from Patrick Collins, moving up from Group B with Adam Craig, as do Adam Bessel, Oliver Robinson and Max Norfolk. Interesting to see how much progress Bessel can make through the field on this one. Coming from the back of the grid, remember, in Group B. What a BRSCC Mazda MX5 story that was. On board with John Langridge, lines up 6 on the grid on the outside line, makes a good start as well. Langridge looking immediately at Ollie Allwood in front, but they go, you can see, very slightly uphill, climbing into target. The inside line there is Brian Trott, so Trott goes past, Langridge goes on the dirt just a little bit, keeps his foot in though, keeps his cool. It's Josh Jackson out front at the moment. Now remember, the red and white cars are going to be easily identifiable in this one because there's only one. And basically, that's Mike Comber. So Mike, with his team excluded from race number 1, is going to be a favourite for race 2B, round 17 of the championship, or race 17B. But it's Langridge at the moment looking at the back end of Ollie Allwood. Big scrap on for second position as Brian Trott puts the pressure on Comber. But now here comes Ollie Allwood and John Langridge round the outside line. Will Blackwell Chambers in 43 in the mix as well. Then we've got Patrick Lay in 175 in the mix too. What a super start this is to our second A group race of the weekend. It is cut and thrust at the front. Blackwell Chambers gets on the inside line of John Langridge. Patrick Lay's going to follow suit as they go through Peel. Good few people parked up there and able to watch the action from the comfort of their cars. It's a big 2.1 mile circuit for the race fans to spread out around here onto the GP loop for the first time. So Blackwell Chambers, really good shot. This man leads the championship, Will Blackwell Chambers, and that gap has got bigger now from Sam Smith with his exclusion from race number 1. And Blackwell Chambers knows that the run into the end of the season is all about consistency. He bagged so many race wins. He bagged the first 4 wins of the year, second place round 5, win again in round 6, hasn't won since then, but he hasn't needed to be fair. He'll want to for sure, but he also knows that he needs to get points finishes. Jason Greatorex in 33, and he's being chased by Patrick Collins in 99, and the outside line is Stephen Foden in 77. So Foden and Collins having a very good dice of it at the moment. Patrick Collins has made some good progress up the field here. Remember, he was in Group B and won that race, and at the moment looking safe to stay in the group for the third and final race of the weekend. There's Mike Comber still trying to hunt down Josh Jackson out front at the moment. So Jackson and Comber go onto the last lap in front. Third position is Brian Trott, then Oliver Allwood and Will Blackwell Chambers. These two are clear and pulling away up towards the banking they go. You don't have to go tight to the apex, as we've mentioned before. And Jackson looks like he's going to make it 2 wins on the bounce. Ollie Allwood looking threatening for third though, and very racy at the moment. Allwood's got the fastest lap of the race. That was way back on lap 4, Ollie Allwood. So he at the moment looking to pick up those extra 2 points, and that could haul him closer to Will Blackwell Chambers. Blackwell Chambers immediately behind him, so effectively only dropping, well, 4 points if the fastest lap comes into play, as well as the race leaders go up the hill for the last time. Mike Comber chasing hard now. Brian Trott has been passed by Allwood, but Trott gets him back. Super move, great piece of Mazda racing between these two. Brian Trott loses third place, gets it back from Ollie Allwood. Good, clean, fair racing between the pair of them. And can Trott hold on? Now you can see Allwood giving him very close attention, exiting Peel, downhill into the left-hander, first part of the corkscrew and onto the GP loop again. It is still Jackson and Comber out front here, and they're heading up into the hairpin for the last time. Let's see whether, I don't know whether Comber's got anything in reserve here. Still half a length or so down. In fact, as we get side on, almost a length. You can almost squeeze another car in between the pair, but Comber chasing hard. Downhill past the old pit lane here on Anglesey. It is still Trott in third place, Allwood, Blackwell Chambers there. Then it is John Langridge and Patrick Lay, but coming up to take the checkered flag, it is Josh Jackson from Mike Comber. Jackson wins, Comber second, Will Blackwell Chambers third. Exclusions though for Jackson and Comber, meaning Brian Trott takes the win from Ollie Allwood, then Will Blackwell Chambers, John Langridge next from Patrick Lay and Roger Shano, Martin Tolley 7th from Teddy Clark, Charlie Burge 9th ahead of Jason Greatorex, then Patrick Collins, good drive from the back to 11th, then Paul Tucker, Steve Foden, Adam Craig, Stuart Brittle, Oliver Robinson and Ben Hansey, Richard Collins next, and joining Group B for race 3, Max Norfolk, Sam Gendy, Adam Bessel, who didn't finish, Josh Jackson and Mike Comber, who were excluded.
Well, there's certainly a change in the weather on its way as the cars line up for race 2B in the BRSCC Mazda MX5 Championship. Anthony Hutchins on pole position. Richard, it's over to you for the rest of the grid.
Thank you, Lloyd. It is Anthony on pole, Matt Pickford alongside, row 2, Simon Orange, and then Sam Smith. Row 3, Courtney Milnes and Bryn Griffiths from Adrian Burge and Ivan Leary. 5th row, Clive Chisnell and Clive Powell. Then Simon Woods and Michael Close on row 6, followed by Russ Lindsay and Paul Austin. Charlie Rules, row 8 with Jason Taylor. Row 9, Paul Hughes and Jake Stiles, Dale Weitzman and Joseph Milroy from Russell Jones and Nick Ledoyen. Nick joining Russell Jones there on the back row of the grid. Nick, the only retiree in race number 1B. The lights are on, ready for our 4th helping of Mazda action here on Anglesey. Away we go. A good start from Matt Pickford and also Anthony Hutchins, and coming up to try and take the lead though is Sam Smith. Perhaps as we would have expected, Smith goes through and into the race lead. Courtney Milnes there in treble 7, busy chasing Matt Pickford at the moment for 4th position. Again, a great start by everybody. There in car number 60 is Nick Ledoyen, coming up from the back of the field and making progress, on board with Michael Close, this time looking back. So Michael here being chased by Simon Woods. Simon, a driver who by and large we see in Group A, so he's going to be keen to get into the top 5 here, move back into that A group for race 3. But it's Sam Smith the leader, Hutchins in 2nd, then Matt Pickford is in 3rd place. Making progress in green is Clive Powell. Michael Close following them, and on the outside line Clive Chisnell in the black, green and orange car. But he's having a good dice with Russ Lindsay, who looks up the inside line in 17. You can see Simon Woods in 101 immediately behind as well. Downhill into the corkscrew, and then they'll be off away onto the GP loop once again. Chisnell on the outside line and flicks back in. Well, conditions difficult, and that is very much proof of how difficult, slippery things are getting out there, because on the last lap Sam Smith goes very wide indeed at the banking, but such is his lead that he not only rejoins, but rejoins well in the look at the gap that he's got over the others. So Sam Smith on his way to victory here in the 36 car. Sam, of course, treble winner at Snetterton. He won round 5 of the championship at Cadwell Park as well. But that exclusion in race number 1, putting him back into Group B, that is a big dent in his championship hopes. But he's responded very well to that. Goes through Rocket for the last time. It's Clive Powell running in 2nd position. We've got 2 retirements in this one, Courtney Milnes and Ivan Leary, sadly. So they will remain in Group B for our 3rd race of the weekend. But it's Sam Smith who heads the field. Really Billy no mates at the moment. Nobody in touch with him. He very rarely on the international circuit here get into lapping territory unless you've got multi-class races. Although Russell Jones, you can see, is there in the distance. Russell learning his craft in the BRSCC Mazda MX5s, but he's not going to be lapped. Here comes the leader then, Sam Smith, looking to pick up his first Group B win of the season. He'll much prefer, of course, to be in the A group, and Smith had a retirement in the 3rd Alton Park race, so that didn't cause him any didn't drop him back because you can't drop back a group after the third race of the weekend. You start afresh every time we get a new race weekend. And there's the checkered flag. Sam Smith takes it. He'll be back in Group A for race 3. Well, there was another amended result. Sam Smith excluded again, and it was Clive Powles, this man here in green, who took the win from Anthony Hutchins in second. Matt Pickford in third place after the judicials. Adrian Burge fourth from Simon Orange. Those 5 going up into Group A for race 3. Simon Woods next from Clive Chisnell, Michael Close, Russ Lindsay and Bryn Griffiths. Then it was Jason Taylor 11th from Paul Hughes, Charlie Rawls and Paul Austin. Nick Ledoyen in 15th from Jake Stiles, Dale Whiteman, Joseph Noray and Russell Jones completing the finishers in 19th position.
Clive, that was a dramatic last couple of laps there. Talk us through it.
It was. Unfortunately, I had a bit of an incident with Ivan up in the top there. I think he'd just taken his foot off the gas a little bit, and I was absolutely foot to the floor. We just touched, and unfortunately, just spun him around. So I dare say I'll be called into the clerk. But yeah, in terms of recovery, it was just picking them off one by one, really. I could see Sam in the distance, but yeah, he was too far away.
Anthony, a tough race out there and a little bit of rain towards the end as well.
Yeah, it got a little bit greasy with a bit of slidey with the rain, but it was a bit lonely for me because Sam Smith was away. I was following him. Matt Pickford seemed to drop back a bit, and then the only person I saw was Clive coming through. So, yeah, but podium, I'm happy with that. Back in the A's, that's where I want to be.